So, welcome back to the Dementia Road. I'm Deb Procopio, and today we are once again on the road. Fix my hair. I took that video on Monday and posted it on Tuesday of my visit on Monday. Today is Thursday, so it's only been 4 days. I talked to her case manager, I believe yesterday. I've talked to her case manager a few times, but I talked to her, and of course after my visit, now my mom's doing wonderfully, which is not surprising. COVID is having a horrible effect on everybody, especially the elderly and being shut in. If you couldn't visit while you couldn't visit during the shutdown, what they were doing was they were FaceTiming or Zooming. And when they opened the last time, they were open for visitation for 4 or 5 weeks, and they stopped doing FaceTime, which was totally understandable. It takes a lot of man hours for them to do that they could spend doing something else. That being said, my mother hadn't seen or heard from me in 2.5 weeks, which was the longest that had ever happened. And so no doubt she was screaming and nasty to everybody. But I think we don't always understand their behavior. Like, we think, oh, they're angry, we need to medicate them, or this is going on, or that's going on. You need to sort of be part psychologist sometimes, or psychiatrist, whichever, counselor, to really kind of understand what's going on. And that's truly my mother's fear when she moved, was she would never see me again. Even though the dementia brain doesn't really work right, there are things that seem to get caught in it, and things like their fears, even though they don't understand time, somewhere their brain seems to kind of keep those things going. I don't know how to explain it. So, since Monday, it is now Thursday, several things have happened in New York. One, apparently, this is the first time now we've been told we can take them for Easter. Easter is this Sunday, and if we want to take them, we are welcome to do that. Where before, they technically couldn't stop us, but they really asked us not to, and surprisingly, everyone in the facility complied and no one went out. I don't know if I'm going to bring her for Easter. Family is having Easter. It's a small gathering, but I'm unsure how she'll do and how she'll react. She has been in her apartment since the middle of June. Today is April 1st. She has not left that facility since then, and she might have fear. She might get a little nervous. So if it sounds kind of cruel to not bring them for the holiday, making them fearful and scared is actually the cruel thing. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. But in that, what also happened was we can actually act like normal people now and take them out places where we couldn't do that either. So as a precursor to Easter dinner, what I thought I would do is take my mother for a haircut. She has not had a haircut since June, so she's actually pushing about 10 months. She generally has a fit about getting her hair cut now anyways. For some reason, it's always been short up to here, and it's really long and kind of So, but thankfully, the stylist who handles her hair I had a chat with her, and we're going to go in, and I'll be honest, the stylist that I'm talking about, I have known since 8th grade home economics, which was sewing in the early 80s. She made a terry cloth jogging suit, complete with the stripes. She's going to kill me for saying that. But we're going to go try that. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. She might totally freak out about leaving. She might get nervous about driving around. It sounds weird, but it does happen. It happened to my mother-in-law, where she went out and went to lunch once once a week, once every couple weeks, and all of a sudden one day she just got scared. Like, I don't know where we are. Do you know where we are? And she got very nervous. So this may be really short. We may turn right around and take her back into the building. I don't know, but we're going to find out. So today, we're going mobile. Or as Pete Townsend would say, we'll see how it feels going mobile. But don't tell Pete Townsend, because that's totally a copyright violation. And having just written a book, I learned all about copyright violations. So, see you at the facility. Yeah, how you feeling today?
Oh, same chest pain.
Huh?
I'll probably have to go, where before we leave.
Where's that?
Pee.
Well, are you good till we get to the next place? We got about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Are we going home or what?
Nope, we're gonna go over to a hair place. We're gonna go see Lori.
Oh.
Is that all right?
I thought maybe you could go home in a couple of days.
We'll have to see about that.
Uh,
I have to have permission for that kind of stuff.
I know.
So, busy.
I'm all going to stay in this place.
What, where you live now?
Where you're taking me?
No, I'm not taking you anywhere to live. That's not what we're doing. We're going to get a haircut. A little trim.
Oh,
Just
okay.
a little trim. Make you look hot and sexy again.
All right. Who is this?
Who's who? That's cutting your hair?
Yeah.
Lori.
Oh, I was thinking about her.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what?
went the other day. I said, I need a haircut.
I know.
I thought, who was it, Lori? She came and she was surprised. And here you are.
See? Who knew?
I was looking because there was a shoe in there, and I said, I think it belonged to Chris. I just left it in there, that black shoe.
That one black shoe that you have, because we don't know where the other black shoe
I don't know if it's his now or one of the guys there. I don't know why I left it.
We don't know where it went.
I was talking to Brian or one of the boys the other day. And,
Yeah.
And he was talking about shoe, and I said, I got one here, and I don't know whose it is.
Oh, just one.
It had
I know.
had one foot.
You had 1 foot.
Yeah, he had one. Remember, he had
Wait,
one.
somebody at the place has 1 foot?
No.
Or
Yeah,
just you
well,
have
I
one?
mean, the shoe there was 1 foot. He was crippled there.
Oh, he was
Remember,
crippled and
the
only had
walking?
1 foot.
He could walk
Ooh.
and everything, but that 1 foot was short, so they made the shoe for him.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Special shoe.
And so I came and I looked at the shoe and I said, by heaven's sakes, why is it so long ago? Who's that guy? Who is it? And he said, you remember me? I said, I don't know. It just came to... And I think that's who it was, the one that had that leg or something cut
Right.
off or something. I
Right.
don't know. Anyway, I don't
know.
think he's probably still living by himself someplace. I
Right.
don't know.
Huh. So how did you end up with his 1 shoe then?
I have no idea. Somebody, I guess, was a relative or went through the books, about people.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
you mean like genealogy? Like your family
and so they
books?
found this shoe, and they said, it looks like one of the boys there that was down, Wilsey's and all them people.
Got it.
And then he brought it over and he asked me what his name, and he was saying, it wasn't Chris, it was this name and that name. I said, I don't remember.
So we have
So
the
it was
mystery
Chris,
of the
Chris,
shoe.
wasn't it, or something? They had one shoe was a little bit bigger than the other.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Walking.
I know what you mean, like when you have a short leg and they put a
Yeah.
lift on. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And I thought, well, this got to be Chris. It sounded, I remember trying to remember. I said, is this Chris? And I'm not too sure right now. I think what it is. They told me, they said that he was his brother or ex-brother or
Right.
whatever.
Got it.
So I thought, well, tell him to come on and get it if he's still living.
Come get your shoe.
He says, no, we got plenty.
Got plenty of shoes. Everybody's got shoes. Like Imelda Marcos, we all got shoes.
Put it in the trash and comes back every day, every time.
What the shoe does?
Yep.
You try to throw it out and it comes back.
Yep.
Sounds like a bad penny.
Yep. They
just
don't
keeps
want
coming back.
They don't want it in there. Nope.
Huh.
They don't want it. Don't put it in again.
Don't put it in the trash. You just keep that old shoe. All right.
And now it just sits in the house and that's it.
I saw it the other day.
I can't get rid of it. For a long time, I was wondering.
I know. Do you want me to shampoo your hair, or do you want me to just to wet it?
I don't care how you do it, just do it.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
see.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if she can lay
I know.
back her back on her. So.
You want me to take the...
No. Here, I'll hold your glasses.
I'm gonna put a cape on you.
Yeah.
Just have a seat in my
Here we go.
fancy chair over here. There you go.
She likes to print her bank statement.
We'll turn you like the queen.
My printer's not working. Well, what do you need to print? My bank statement. Why? So I can do
Perfect.
the checkbook.
Just a little trim, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
We'll have to go to the farm and plant them.
To the farm and plant hair.
Yeah.
You be a hair farmer. That well, if you think that works, Mom.
Is it or something? Oh, she's not going to COVID anymore?
Yeah, she had to get the phone. That is looking like Freaky Friday. That's okay though. She'll finish you in a minute.
There, it's a little browner.
Just a little.
Let's see, Ma. Look at me.
There, now it's browner.
Look at me, Mom.
Look at Debbie.
Mom. See, that looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know if I
You
can
and my-
make it. I'm getting pretty old.
You're getting pretty old.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Let's see. What do you think?
I'm not quite 70, I think.
Oh gosh, I think you're older than that.
I don't know.
80?
35?
35. We wish we were all 35, Ma. Jeez. How about 85? You think you're that old?
I don't think I'm 85.
You don't think so? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Do you think?
You're the multiple person, then you figured it out.
Well, do you think you're old enough to go into a bar and drink? Well, I don't know. Can you drink? Are you that old?
Yeah, no, I will.
No.
So, I don't know actually how old I am.
I think you're 85. I think your birthday's this month, in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
1935.
1935.
Yeah.
And it's 2021. So that means you'll be 86 soon.
I think it was close to 80. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you're up there. I don't know. You're getting old. So, as you can see, the haircut didn't go too bad. She was a little cranky when I first took her out, not surprising. And then from there, she got a lot happier and she did okay. Thanks to Lori, who, you know, had to put up with the hugs and, oh, honey, I missed you, when in fact, I'm sure she does not remember Lori, especially with the masks due to COVID, that I'm pretty sure she probably had no idea who Lori really was. And because she did so well, I decided that I would take her out for Easter over to see her family and her siblings. If you don't know this about dementia, when you get them out of their routine, out of their comfort zone, out of the facility she's been in for almost 10 months, you really see where the decline is. They have a certain routine, and when it breaks, like if they end up having to go to the hospital, something happens, you'll see the decline, you'll see them drop. And something I never stopped to think about is the fact that my mother has not been up or down a set of stairs in almost 10 months. And when we left the facility to go get her haircut, she decided she wanted to take the stair instead of the wheelchair ramp. I was trying to discourage her, but she was insistent. She did find out that the first step down was a pretty far step, And we used the wheelchair ramp after that. But she really struggled with the stairs. We got to where we were going for dinner, and there's just a little step here and a little step there to get into the house. And I had a hold of her just to make sure, and I would say, Mom, watch out, there's a step up or a step down. And you could see her really stop to have to kind of think and process what she was seeing. And that may seem kind of weird, but somebody that works in the facility where she's at once told me that, according to the dementia experts, whoever they are, they said that when there's a change in flooring, so maybe it goes from carpet to a hardwood floor or a vinyl floor, that depending on where they are in the disease, their brain can process it as a hole. Like they fear that they're stepping into a hole. So they're very sort of timid on how they step in. And apparently the theory is, or I don't know, maybe it's not a theory, maybe it's fact, but your brain processes what your eyes see. And if your brain, the dementia takes that part of your brain, then that's what it does. It sees a hole. And so I also noticed that she walks fairly well, all things considered, but I did notice that the more unfamiliar the territory, the slower she walked, even when I had a hold of her arm. And she still was walking pretty slow. There was a lot of people at the dinner table, maybe 8 or 9 of us plus her, and they really get lost as the conversation goes on. There's just too much. She did pretty well in the hair salon because it was just the 3 of us, really, even though there was a little commotion in the background. But where there's just chatter all over, they really don't catch it. And sadly, they don't really have much to say in the way of conversation. They can't really carry a conversation because you can ask, what'd you do? How have you been? They don't know what they did. They don't know if they've been watching movies, playing bingo, getting their nails done. They just don't know. So she was a little lost there. And I think the other thing was she needed to use the bathroom, and the bathroom at this house is a big bathroom. And I took her up to make sure, because she doesn't even remember the house anymore. And that house is a house my uncle's had for, 40 years or more. And she has no recollection of ever being in that house. So when I took her up to the bathroom, I wanted to shut the door behind her, but I wanted to make sure she found the toilet. And I watched as she walked across, and she just took about 3 steps and she just stopped dead, and she looked one way at the sink and she looked the other way, which is the shower. It was like she didn't know where to go and she wasn't sure what she was looking for. She did find it. I made sure she was there before I pulled the door shut. And I also noticed she can no longer cut her food, which she could do 10 months ago. And she just looked at me when I put some stuff on her plate, and she said, "Can you cut that for me?" So she's no longer able to cut her food. She eats incredibly slow. I mean, really slow. And she also doesn't eat a lot. That's also not unusual with dementia. They can eat a ton, or they can eat very little, or somewhere in between, and they wax and wane out of those things. And in her case, she really eats very little. But all in all, it wasn't a terrible day. She was glad to get out. She really was glad to see her siblings and to see some other family members. And the last thing I'm going to say is, how about the missing shoe? So in her room, she has a pair of shoes, and they are black, and I have no idea where the other shoe went, and she has no idea where the other shoe went. So her reasoning abilities are pretty shot, and what I have found, not just with her, I've seen this with other people, is it's like they fill in the blank, like they don't know why they would possibly have one shoe. So it must be not their shoe. It must be somebody else's shoe. Who's Chris? I have no idea. I have no idea who she's talking about. Chris could be a totally made up person. And Chris obviously is either missing a shoe or missing a foot, or his shoe needs a lift or something on it. I have no idea. But there's no point in arguing. There's no point in correcting. I just let the stories go. I just kind of go with it. I might ask a question. Sometimes they really are trying to tell you something that you need to know, but mostly I just let the stories go and just be entertained by it. What difference does it make? You know, it gives them a chance to chatter and talk and feel productive, and that's how it is. So I just simply let her go. She's not hurting anything. And honestly, sometimes the stories are wild and crazy. I should make a video over like wild and crazy stories I've heard my mom tell. Maybe I should make one where everybody tells their stories. But anyways, so that's how it went. All in all, it really wasn't too bad. And she was out for 2 or 3 hours, and that's how it went. And even though she probably will have no recollection of it today, everybody else does. You know, sometimes it's as much for us to be able to spend time, even though it's kind of tough, but that's how it went. And that's it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if COVID closes down visitation again now that everybody got to go out. Oh well, time will tell. Have a great day.